What's up, everybody? How you doing? Good morning, afternoon, night, whatever time it is for you. How you doing? Listen, a lot of information came out today, like a lot, concerning Destiny 2 and the next season of content. So I have a whole upload of everything. If you want to watch that, it's the video right before this on the upload timeline. But I wanted to highlight a couple of things, or some of the things, and share my thoughts, because I think it's incredibly important going forward to talk about, I don't know, how I feel. So Luke dropped a bomb of information about two things, and that's what we're going to talk about. One, how seasons are going to work, and two, a really explicit definition of what is coming in Shadowkeep for free. They also, I guess, three things, and they also introduced a season pass, or a battle pass, or whatever you want to call it. It's a seasonally seasonally affected chase that everyone's going to be able to engage in. So, one, we're going to talk about seasons. Seasons are fundamentally changing in Destiny, sort of fulfilling what is going to be happening, and the dreams and desires that were laid out in the director's cuts. We sort of got a preview of how the next season of content's going to work. So next season of the Undying, comes to everyone for free, or comes with Shadowkeep. So when you buy Shadowkeep, you get the season pass for Season of the Undying as well, packaged in with that. And if you actually don't want to buy Shadowkeep, but you want to participate in the Season of the Undying, you can do that too, and only pay $10, which will be the new cost for a season of content for the Season of the Undying. Luke basically stated that there's going to be something in the Season of the Undying. It's called Vex Onslaught, I believe is what it is called. I can double check really quick. But in this Vex Onslaught, it will be unlocked via something happening. Most likely the raid being cleared would be my guess, in the game. And items and rewards from that are going to be available throughout the season. But after the season is done, the items and rewards from that will no longer be as directly earnable. They will be earnable. Anything that is meta meaningful, meaning legendaries, etc., will continue to be earned, but it's not guaranteed to have a pathway immediately afterwards. The example that he used later on in the article was basically like if Ada left the tower after, and all of the Forge activities went away, but Banshee still had a rotating cycle of weapons you could earn from that season of content, in his memory banks. So the Vex Onslaught is the first of a new experiment in the game where it will be a seasonal activity. So you're going to pay for the activity. You're going to pay for the season. You'll be able to play that activity, farm the living hell out of it. And then at the end, that activity will conclude narratively and introduce the next season. So whatever is after the Vex Onslaught, to keep the feeling of an evolving world. And I'm actually a huge fan of that because it gives every season a sense of urgency. And if you love a season, a real reason to grind because you know it's going away. And if you hate a season, you don't really need to hang around. Now, the other thing that they introduced inside of all of this is, obviously, they're still making seasonal content available for everyone. And the way that they're doing this, because there's obviously going to be gear and things that you're going to want, but they're introducing a season pass UI. So you're going to have, if you have a paid version of that, which is going to come with the purchasable season, it's going to give you earlier access in this season to the things, like the exotics or whatever, that you can earn by just playing the game any way you want. No specific targeted goals, just casually playing, getting experience. It all adds into your season pass there. The example they gave is like at rank 1, you'll be able to unlock, this exotic hand cannon in the game. But if you don't want to buy the season pass, you can still unlock it via the pass interface, the battle pass style situation at level 25. So everyone, paid or non-paid, has an opportunity to earn stuff. And I'm actually really excited that everybody's going to have an opportunity to earn this stuff. This includes the gear that you're going to be earning inside of Vex Onslaught as well, although the best versions of that gear is going to be found inside of the activity as an incentive, of course, for you to purchase the pass, which makes sense. But if you don't buy the pass, you'll still be able to get access to all the gear, which is really nice. Visually, you'll have access to anything that matters during a season for free. If you don't want to pay for it, you just won't be able to participate in some of the activities. I think that is it's such a unique move, and obviously we need to see it in implementation, but I'm really excited to see how it plays out. It sets an incredibly fair standard, in my opinion. I know some of you are like, you want everything to be free, and that's cool. I think that's unrealistic, because eventually everyone has to get paid for their work. But this feels like an incredibly awesome compromise, being really sensitive to people's, financial situations that might love Destiny and maybe are having an off time. I get it. So I think it's really well thought out. And, he's got some other thoughts in there, but I don't want to dive into that right now. So the pass being introduced is amazing. The seasonal activities showing up and then going away, I think that is an incredible driver of experience. Were you there when the Vex attacked? Were you there when X happened or Y happened? It gives the moments of time in Destiny true flow and movement, right? Like, it's weird that we kill, whatever, and then time seems to stop, even though the rest of the time's moved on. So that'll be very interesting, I think, going forward. But the final thing I want to talk about was long tail progression, right? So one of the things they're introducing in the season pass, and this is for everyone gets an artifact. Everyone gets an artifact. Oh, I also want to talk about what's going to, I'll do that at the end. I have a bad memory. So the artifact is, and I know I did a video about it before, but Luke confirmed in this, the artifact that you're going to get is going to have infinite scaling on it, or not infinite scaling, infinite potential inside of it. So you can level your artifact, which will affect your overall power as a stat as much as you want in the season. So if you want to push it as far as you can, then you can go right ahead. You want to get your artifact power level up to 10,000 or some crazy shit, you can. Which I think is just absolutely banana, crazy town banana pants. But what can you do? I'm looking forward to it. It's similar to the Paragon system. It's something I've been asking for a long time in the game, a long tail chase, because Destiny feels good when your progression matters. And when you give people a little bit of power over a long period of time, it just works. So for the hardcore players, it gives you something to chase. You're like, all right, well, this week my goal is to get 10 more power points on my artifact. And you go in there and you do that shit, and it feels really good. Like, it feels really, really good. So I'm looking forward to that. Finally, new light and the free-to-play entry point for the game. So if you don't know, Destiny 2 and all of Destiny 2's Year 1 content is coming for free and in new light on October 1st. So you have an entry, all of your friends that you've been trying to pitch Destiny on for forever, you can say, hey, you want to play Destiny with me? They say, yeah. You get cool, download it. We'll do some strikes tonight. And then they can, because New Light throws you right into the action for free. But there's a lot of questions about like different versioning and all this other stuff and what specifically is going to be available in Shadowkeep. And so he sort of laid all that stuff out. So like I've said previously, it does include all of the Destiny 2 Year 1 content, which means the base game, Osiris, and after Osiris, Warmind. But to be more specific, this is what everyone is getting for free. All players in Shadowkeep and New Light will have access to the following things: patrolling every destination, including the moon, the opening mission of Shadowkeep, 2 new strikes, Crucible updates, 2 new maps for Crucible, returning maps for Crucible, elimination in Crucible labs, Armor 2.0, the seasonal artifact, finishers, the pinnacle weapons from Gambit and Crucible, and the seasonal rank rewards, which we talked about earlier. So you will have access, visual access to the entire game and access to the first mission in Shadowkeep, along with the new strikes and any of the big sweeping changes that they're making. So basically, the free-to-play version of Destiny 2 is going to have everything from year one. You'll have the option to get the Shadowkeep content, the option to get the seasonal content, the option to get the Forsaken content. But if you're new to Destiny, you can, as explicitly stated here, download the game, jump in, and play basically everything that's open or commonly done. So, you want to download the game, jump in and play Strikes? Do it. You want to download the game, jump in and play Crucible? Do it. You want to jump in the game, check out the Dreaming City? Do it. You want to jump in the game and check out the moon? Do it. And then if the game wins you over, then you get to decide to make your purchase. The changes they're making to seasonal content's interesting too. Each season is available for $10. And you can buy that at any point during the season, or you can pass. And it looks like the season pass, so it's a pass for that season of content, is really going to be something that is targeted to delivering to you, that specific seasons of end game experiences or unique experiences. So, it's this Vex Onslaught activity and all the things wrapped up into that. I'm really excited to see how this is going to evolve. It feels like a much healthier way to approach content production for Bungie. It feels like it's going to provide a much more open slate for them to evolve the world and do fun and interesting things. And I'm looking forward to it. I understand there's always going to be concerns and you might have worries about the way things are being approached. But I would say this to kind of wrap it up. Bungie's done a whole lot of different things. This is the first time they've made an attempt to do something so unique inside of their game. And even though I've been incredibly cynical and critical in the past, I think it's time for all of us to really give them a chance to deliver on this because it sounds great. And it's been a while since, not a while, ever since Bungie's been freed from their shackles, things have been sounding fantastic. But this is that full delivery mode. You know what I'm saying? And it just sounds fantastic. And I'm really excited. And so I think it's time to maybe dial back the cynicism a little bit and try and enjoy what we're going to experience. And then after we've experienced it, feedback. Thank you for watching. Appreciate you. Thank you for, being a part of this YouTube channel. We're going to be doing a lot of content coming up. And if you want to stay in tune with everything, you can follow me on Instagram. I'm ProfessorBroman there. You can follow me on Twitter. I'm ProfessorBroman there, or basically anywhere on the internet, even TikTok. Yes. I appreciate you all. Bye-bye.